Hello everybody and welcome to a sunny Lumberton, North Carolina. You're watching the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series, the Ozone League, a matchup between Florida and Tennessee. This is Alex Dodd reporting here for JockJive Sports. It's a good day for baseball today. No rain in the forecast, sunny skies, light clouds, and just an awesome day to be out on the field for another day of Dixie Youth Baseball. This game here is an elimination game between Florida and Tennessee. Both teams taking a loss in the opening round of play Saturday before winning a game on Sunday that put them in this game. Tennessee defeated Texas 4-1 on Sunday to make it to this elimination game, and then Florida fell in the second round game to Louisiana that put them in this game today, set for first pitch at 5:45. Now we're going to get rolling with some starting lineups for both teams. For Tennessee, batting first is the center fielder KJ Wood. Batting second, right fielder Adam Gordon. Playing catcher and batting third, KK West. Playing first base, batting fourth, Waylon Jackson. Playing shortstop and batting in the number 5 spot, Tate Tidwell. Batting in the 6th spot, the extra hitter Elijah Shearer. Batting 6th, Charlie Mitchell, the pitcher. Batting 8th is Ryan Budinger, the second baseman. Batting 9th is William Summers, the left fielder. Batting in the 10th spot is Drew Hodge, the extra hitter. And in the 11th spot, Kason Kynard, an extra hitter as well. And in the field for the Florida team, pitching will be Donovan Lusby, the catcher Clayton Evans, first base Austin Joyner, second Jaden Garrett, shortstop Ben Biker, third base Rhett Vaughn, in left is Chase Serengi, in center Jamari Welch, and in right field Trevor Carter. And now as Lusby is getting warmed up and ready to play, we're almost set for the first pitch in this elimination game. A lot at stake in this game in Ozone League play today. What an awesome day for baseball. Just great weather, light breeze blowing out toward left field. And it's almost like a Field of Dreams type feel here in Lumberton, North Carolina. You got the cornfield out here in left field and some trees all around you. They're just driving here, that's all I could picture in my mind was a Field of Dreams type feel. And what an awesome setting in the All-American city for some Dixie League baseball. And the first hitter for Tennessee is going to be the center fielder KJ Wood as he steps up in the right-handed batter's box awaiting the first pitch. Lusby delivers and we're underway. And the first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Lusby's 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Evens the count back up. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Wood yet to take a cut at a pitch. And the 2-1. Swings and hits one foul down the left field line. Just in front of the base over there at third. Lusby stares in. Evans gets the sign and delivers the break even. And it's fouled back into the umpire. And we'll stay at 2-2. Tennessee, the road team, wearing the smoky gray uniforms with the high orange socks. As the break-even pitch from Lusby comes in, and it's roped out to center field off the glove of Welch. And Wood is going to head into second base standing up. He'll reach on an error there. It'll be scored as an E8. And that brings up the right fielder, number 29, Adam Gordon. It's a good job there by the pitcher, Lusby, to force Wood to pop up to center. And Welch just couldn't haul it in out there. First pitch to Gordon, high and outside, ball one. Just a reminder for the folks at home, there is a pitch count regulation here for the Dixie League. It's pretty simple, too. If you throw 40 pitches or less, as this one goes in the backstop, comes right back into the catcher's mitt, but not in time for Wood as he gets into third base on a pass ball. If you throw 40 or less pitches, you don't have to rest. If you throw over 40, if you hit 41 and 65, you have 36-hour rest, and if you throw greater than 66, you have 2-day rest, as this one fouled out of play by Gordon. And the count is 2-1 now to the right-handed right fielder. The 2-1 finds its way across the plate to even up the count at 2-2. And the break-even pitch hit on the ground at third base. The throw not going to be in time to first. The run's going to come to score. And sliding safely into second is Adam Gordon. This will be a throwing error on the third baseman. Will score as an E5. Advancing on the throw is Gordon. Tennessee takes an early 1-0 lead. And that brings up the catcher, number 14, KK West. First pitch to West. Low and outside for ball one. Lusby's throwing some good pitches out there. He's just got to settle down, and his infield will have to make some plays for him. This pitch too far inside, gets back to the backstop. You're rolled a pass ball. That'll get Gordon to third base. And 2-0 now, the count to West. West ducked just out of the way of that one, and the backstop here at field 4 so close to home plate that the ball bounces right back to the catcher. And this ball hit high and deep into center field, right in the glove of Welch. He'll make the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting number 44, Waylon Jackson.
And Gordon forced to stay at third there. The outfield not deep enough to tag up here. So with one out and a runner on third, that brings up the first baseman, Waylon Jackson. First pitch to Jackson, roped into left field, backing is the left fielder, and it's out of here. A 2-run shot to left for Waylon Jackson. And that makes this game now 3-0 in favor of Tennessee.
Now batting number 12, Tate Tidwell.
And that didn't take any time at all for Tennessee to jump out to an early lead here. And the coach for this Florida club, William Sebring, will come out to the mound and talk things over with his pitcher as well as the rest of the infield and try to settle him down a little bit. A reminder, you can send shout-outs to the number that is listed right above the scoreboard. If you can't see it, if you're watching on a mobile device, that number is 864-436-3339. That's 864-436-3339. We can't receive calls, but we can receive shout-outs via text for your favorite player or relative participating in today's game. And be sure to follow JockJive Sports on Twitter and Facebook. We're on Twitter at JockJive, and on Facebook, simply put JockJive in the search engine. We'll give you scores, schedules, game highlights, and more. As this ball by Tidwell, hit right into the glove of Welch, and they're now 2 away for Tennessee.
Now stepping to the plate, number 19, Sharif.
Now up to bat, the extra hitter, number 19, Elijah Shear. First pitch to Shear is in for strike one. Good pitch there from Lusby to start out the count. The 0-1. On the outside corner for strike two. Lusby stares, gets the sign, the 0-2. Fouled off in the batter's box. Count maintains at 0-2. We're getting some shout-outs coming in. Good luck, Luke Johnson. Wish that we could be there, but he's in a water balloon fight with the neighbors. And this pitch is roped into center field. The diving Welch can't come up with it, and that'll be a single for Tennessee. Good piece of hitting there from Shear on an 0-2 count to find a little life with 2 outs. And that brings up the pitcher, Charlie Mitchell. And we have a shout out for the pitcher, Charlie Mitchell, from the Mitchell compound back in Tennessee, wishing good luck to their favorite Tennessee player. We also have a shout out for Team Florida. Let's go Team Florida from the Sebrings. As Lusby's checking out on the runner, Shear, making sure he's not trying to steal bases here. That is a good thing about Ozone baseball, is you can lead and take steals, making it more accurate to higher levels of baseball. As this one finds its way in for a strike. Got a shout out to KK West. Good luck, KK, from your Kentucky family. We love you. This one a strike on the outside half. That'll be now 1-1 to Mitchell. Strike two. It makes it 1-2 to Mitchell. Lusby starting to find a little bit of a groove here. And the 0-2, or the 1-2 rather, low, evens up the count at 2-2. Break even from Lusby. Swing and a miss, strike three, and the side is retired. But not before Tennessee gets 3 runs on a pair of hits and takes an early 3-0 lead. You are watching Dixie League Baseball here on JockJive Sports.
Number 35, Donovan Lusby had 35 pitches, 25 pitches, 2-5.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
Now
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Welcome back to JockJive Sports. Alex Dodd here in Lumberton, North Carolina for the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series Ozone action elimination game here between Florida and Tennessee. Tennessee out to an early 3-0 lead after the top of the first, and we're ready for the bottom half. First three batters for Florida are going to be Buckner, Evans, and Vaughn. Pitching for Tennessee is Charlie Mitchell. Buckner steps in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch from Mitchell, swung on and hit into right field. Under it is the right fielder for Tennessee. That is Gordon, and he hauls it in for out number one.
Clayton Evans.
Now up for Florida, the catcher Clayton Evans. First pitch is outside for ball one. Mitchell delivers the 1-0, and it's a line drive to center field and right into the glove of KJ Wood. 2 away.
Now batting number 9, Rhett Vaughn.
Now up for Florida, the third baseman, number 9, Rhett Vaughn. First pitch to Vaughn. Fouled out of play. 0-1. The 0-1. Chopped foul. Third base side. 0-2. The 0-2 from Mitchell. Swung on and chopped is short. Good play by Tidwell. Throws over, not in time. And Vaughn will beat it out with a 2-out base hit.
Now coming to the plate, number 64, George Sebring.
And this brings out George Sebring, the extra hitter. Trying to get something going here in 2 outs for this Florida team. Throw over to first, not in time. Oh, and the throwback just misses the hand of Vaughn. Mitchell nearly got him on that one. He's taking a heavy lead over there at first. This pitch low for ball one. Really trying to keep him from stealing over there with 2 outs. The 1-0 downstairs. Count now at 2-0. And Vaughn dives back head first with a hand tag. And this pitch grounded to short again. A good backhanded stop by Tidwell, and he throws over and gets him in time at first base, and the inning is over. Florida did get one hit, but couldn't push the run across, and Tennessee takes a 3-0 lead into the top of the second.
Number 3, Charlie Mitchell has 9.
You're listening to Dixie Youth Baseball here on JockJive Sports. Appreciate you guys sending in these shout-outs. Try to catch up here. There's a shout-out that says, "Let's go Team Florida" from the Sebrings. Here's this one. Way to go, Waylon Jackson. Sweet dinger. Go Tennessee. Another one says, "Rooting for Carson Reed and Team Tennessee." There's another shout out from the 863. "Go Team Florida" from Sebring. Here's one that says, "Good luck, Florida boys." From Chandler Green. "Wish I could be there to support you guys." Another one says, "Let's go Sebring." This one says, "Let's go George, hit one out," from Jack. This says, "Nana and Pop are cheering for you." Carson Reed from the Reed Farm in Lebanon.
Ryan Buckner.
And we're all set to begin the top of the second. Here in Lumberton, North Carolina, up is the second baseman, Ryan Buckner. First pitch is in for strike one. Oh, one from Lusby, lined into left field for a base hit, and Buckner trots over to first to get things rolling for Team Tennessee, and that brings up number 2, the left fielder, Will Summers. Lusby looks in, gets the sign from Evans, checks the runner at first. Throw not in time. Summers going to step out and get a signal from his coach over in the third base box. Team Tennessee is coached by Phil Summers with assistants Todd Sharif and Quentin Hodge. And the bunt attempt is foul. So 0-1 count for Summers. The shout out says, "Keep playing hard, boys," from Chandler Green. Another shout out, "Get 'em, Clayton, we love you." Hashtag Team Florida from Danielle and Zane. The 0-2, and rather he turns and checks Buckner at first. Pitches upstairs, and he's got Buckner caught, and he can't get the ball over to first in time. Buckner slides back head first. Looked like they were trying to hit and run right there. And Summers saw the ball was high, didn't swing. Almost held Buckner out to dry over there at first base, but he drives in headlong, gets there in time. The 1-1 on the outside half And Lusby now ahead in the count, 1-2. And Lusby's pitch is across the plate. Umpire says he went. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Donovan Lusby, and 1 away here in the top of the second. Coach is looking for an appeal from the umpire first base side. Now he's going to come and talk things over with the home plate umpire. I'm not sure that you can appeal once your players re-entered the dugout. You can't leave the box before you appeal, and that's what the umpire is saying over there to Coach Summers. So 1 away, and a runner on for Drew Hodge, or rather, Carson Reed, the extra hitter. Pitch to Reed. Swung on and popped up to right field. This one's going to be tricky, and it gets down for a base hit. The throw to second, not in time, because Buckner had to hold up over there as a pop fly in right field. And that ball was just hit right in the perfect spot and made it a really difficult play for Trevor Carter. It's going to go down as a base hit for Reed. So now runners on first and second with 1 away. And that brings up the number 11 hitter, the extra hitter, Drew Hodge. First pitch to Hodge, low and outside for ball 1. Lusby's 1-0. Below the knees again, 2-0. On the outside half for strike 1, makes it 2-1. Hitters count, 2-1 pitch from Lusby is high. Count now 3-1 to Hodge. Now Hodge will take a rather patient approach at the plate right here. I mean, no need to rush. There's only 1 out. You'd rather take a patient approach and get an opportunity to have 3 runners on base here instead of forcing something in the dirt that could turn 2. And the pitch is going to be inside, and Hodge will walk. First base on balls issued to Lusby today. And that'll bring up the number 12 hitter, the bottom of the order, Kason Kincaid. With the bases loaded and 1 out, big opportunity here for the bottom of the order. First pitch is in for strike 1. The only lefty in the lineup is Kason Kinard. And the 0-1 pitch popped up into center field. A good play there by Jamari Welch. And now there are 2 away for the top of the order in KJ Wood. One out, bases loaded. Big opportunity here to make a big impact for KJ Wood. So the first pitch finds its way in for strike one. Lusby delivers from the stretch, and Wood pops it straight up in the infield, and it's going to land on the mound. And it's an infield fly. Or rather, I'm trying to see what the umpire's calling here. I don't think he called the infield fly.
After 1.5, Tennessee increases their lead 4-0.
And I guess they did not call the infield fly rule, so one run does come plateward before the tag at second base makes it 4-0 in favor of Tennessee. So to the bottom of the second we go. Tennessee with a 4-0 lead on Florida. And now it's time for Florida to get something going and try to get back in this ballgame. You're listening to JockJive Sports from the Dixie Youth World Series here in Lumberton, North Carolina.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Welcome back to Lumberton, North Carolina. Alex Dodd here on JockJive Sports, an elimination game in Ozone play here at the Dixie Youth World Series between Tennessee and Florida. Tennessee with an early 4-0 lead. So we pick back up here in the top of the third, or the bottom of the second rather, with Florida trying to get things back rolling over here, get back in this ball game. They're not too far out. It's only 4-0. And we're in the second inning. A lot of baseball left to be played. A 1-2 count to Jaden Garrett. The 1-2 pitch from Mitchell high. Breaking ball there. Evens the count up at 2-2. Two outside, full count, 3-2. And the 2-2 on the outside, called strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Mitchell, and there's one away. That'll bring up the extra hitter, number 13, Brody Green. First pitch from Mitchell, inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1 now the count. Mitchell works fast on the mound from the stretch. Really helps pace of play. When you have a pitcher that can rock and fire like that, it also really helps a guy on the plate start to get in a rhythm. So if you see Mitchell start throwing strikes, don't be surprised if he rattles off a couple strikeouts in a row just because of how fast he's working on the mound. He can get in a rhythm really easily. 2-2 now the count. to Green. And the break-even pitch is fouled out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Mitchell looking in at his catcher as they get the sign from the dugout, and he relays it out to the mound. KK West is the catcher for Tennessee. And the break-even pitch to Green. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And they're now 2 away for the center fielder, Jamari Welch. Some fouls straight back into the mask of the umpire. 0-1. Still have shout-outs coming. This one says, good luck, Luke Green. I'm so proud of you. Watching some good old Lumberton baseball as Welch hits one high and deep into center field. Back against the fence is Wood, and he makes the grab. And the inning is over. Nothing doing for Florida on that one as they go 1-2-3. And we head to the third. Same score. Tennessee 4, Florida nothing. Pretty good outing so far for Charlie Mitchell on the mound. I'll say Donovan Lusby's doing really well on the mound as well. For Florida, he's doing really good with his location, throwing a lot of strikes. This Tennessee team's just rolling right now. Doing really well finding contact on the baseball. Got more shout-outs still coming in. Shout out to Ryan Buckner from Camp Buckner. We are all watching. Nice rope to left field. This one says, go Tennessee. Some support from Milan, Tennessee. Eat dirt, KK. This one says, thanks JockJive and announcer for awesome coverage. Team Tennessee, looking for more ESPN plays today. Thank you for that. We're doing our best over here at JockJive to bring you the best coverage of Dixie Youth Baseball so that you can keep up with what your family members and friends are doing up here in Lumberton, North Carolina from wherever you're watching in the country. There's a shout-out says, we're proud to have you, KK, from Uncle Jeff and Aunt Michelle. Have fun out there. Says, let's go, Benny Biker and Team Florida from your grandparents in Michigan. Might be our farthest listen right there. Somebody coming in from Michigan. If you're coming in from farther than Michigan, send us a text from where you're watching the game. And we'll try to say something about who is listening from the farthest away. The text number is right above the scoreboard on your screen if you're trying to get in on the broadcast. And now up for Tennessee, the number 2 hitter, right fielder Adam Gordon. First time up, he reached on an error and later scored. Looking for another instance of solid contact right here, and this one is low for ball 1. Shout-out says, good luck, Dalton Todd from General and Mrs. Lambert. Go, Florida. As Gordon hits one right to the shortstop. Nice play over there by Biker to scoop the ball up behind the bag. Fires in time. And one away for Tennessee. It was actually a double play. Stepped on the bag there. Great play over there by Biker. With 2 outs, it brings up KK West, the first pitch on the outside half for strike 1. And yes, this is an elimination game. Florida lost a game in the second round Sunday, and Tennessee lost their first round game and then went on to win the first round of the elimination bracket. So this is a winner stays situation here at Field 4. Pitch here to West, swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. Lusby starting to find his groove out here on the mound in inning number 3. This one's going to get through for a base hit for West.
Now stepping to the plate, number 44, Waylon Jackson.
And I apologize, I actually made a mistake. There's only one out. Forgot to reset the outs button here. So with one out and a runner on first, up steps Waylon Jackson. Jackson roped a home run, a 3-run homer to left earlier. That put Tennessee up 3-0 in the top of the first. Now he steps to the plate with another runner on base, looking to extend Tennessee's lead. We'll know the count to Jackson. Pitch in the dirt. And West is going to reach second on the wild pitch. 2-0 the count to Jackson. Downstairs, count now 3-0. His throw gets in the outfield, and West is gonna stay on second over there and not risk anything. The 3-0. Right down the middle for strike one. A lot more shout-outs here. This one says, we're rooting for KK West and Team Tennessee, Ava and family in Lebanon, Tennessee. Pitches inside for ball 4. Now runners on first and second for Tennessee with one out. And that brings up the shortstop, Tate Tidwell. Tidwell popped up to center last time up. This is his second plate appearance here in the top of the third. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Shout out says, go Team Florida. Another one, let's go Team Florida. This one says, shout out, go Team Tennessee. And the boys from Southside, from the Bowlings. This is in for strike on the outside half. Lusby doing a good job finding the outside half of the plate. He's been pretty consistent hitting that spot all afternoon. This pitch popped up, fouled out of play. Now 2 strikes for the right-hander. This says, shout out to Adam Gordon from Glaney and Pop Pop in South Carolina, my home state. Thanks for that shout out there. This one says, let's go Florida from Kevin and Dawn. And that's strike 3 called on the outside half of the plate, and the throw to second. Not in time as Wes slides in just ahead of the tag. And now up is the extra hitter, number 19, Elijah Shree. Shree last time up in the top of the first had a single with 2 strikes. And 2 outs as well. First pitch, roped right back up the middle. Bickar, a diving stop and a throw to first, got him in time. And the side is retired. What a play there from the shortstop Bickar to dive across the bag, throw from his back, and have enough arm power to record the out at first. So Tennessee does get a pair of runners on, but no damage done after some good play in the infield. And Tennessee, as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, Tennessee leads 4-0. You're listening to JockJive Sports, live from Lumberton, North Carolina, in the Dixie Youth World Series. Fans, you want to download any game from this week's tournament? They're only $5 a piece. Just email info@jockjive.com. That's info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want, and we'll send you an electronic invoice. You can easily pay with debit or credit, and all the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake that you'll want to have for a lifetime. JockJive Sports Productions, we work any event from small events to large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to a full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email the same email, info@jockjive.com. We do have some changes. For Tennessee in the outfield. So at first now, we have Kason Kincaid. And in left field, now we have Drew Hodge coming in for Summers and Sharif. It's just a little bit of shuffling out there in the outfield for Tennessee as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The 8, 9, and 10 hitters up for this Florida team. Leading off is the pitcher, number 35, Donovan Lusby. Lusby's first appearance at the plate today. He's done a good job on the mound so far. And really started to find his groove in that last half. He's pitched 57 pitches today, so a lot of work out there for the young guy already. And the first pitch to Lusby on the outside after strike 1. Mitchell steps off and stares back in at West for the sign. The 0-1 fouled off the plate. 0-2. Outside now, 1-2. Shout out says, shout out to Team Florida from Sebrings. There's another one from the 863. Says, let's go Team Florida. Go Sebring from Uncle Fred in Jacksonville. Whew. And that one, the 1-2, just a bit outside. Count now even at 2-2. Shout out says, let's go, Florida. Drive the ball, Chase 7G. We need some hot bats from the 7G family. Eric and Dana. A 1-2 pitch. Fouled off out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Let's hit Florida from the Sebrings. The 1-2 fouled off again. Good job here from the pitcher protecting the plate. The break-even pitch from Mitchell. Fouled off in the box. Count stays at 2-2. Shoutout says, let's go Tennessee from the Christians in Lebanon. Let's pitch outside and in the dirt. Full count now. Lusby works his way all the way back into it. Now a 3-2 count. Good job working his way back from behind in the count to give himself a shot here. The 3-2. Paints the inside corner. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Mitchell. And that was a really big pitch. This one high, ball 1. Ball 2. The 2-0 for Mitchell. Fouled out of play. Count now at 2-1. Hitters count for Carter. He fouls this one back into the backstop. Count now even at 2-2. Trevor Carter playing right field today for Florida. One away here in the bottom of the third. This one grounded to the third baseman. Reed delivers across the diamond and in time. Records at 5-3, and now there are 2 away for Florida, and that brings up the number 10 hitter, number 4, Chase Sebring. Sebring playing left field today. Got a shout out that says, nice pitching, Charlie Mitchell, from the Christians in Lebanon. First pitch is high for ball 1. The 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. The 2-0 inside, ball 3. The 2-0 pitch, the right-handed batter on the outside half for strike 1. Now 3-1 count. The 3-1. Across the plate again for strike 2. Now back in a full count. Mitchell works his way back into it. Shout out says, go Trevor Carter from your neighbors in Sebring. And this pitch outside for ball 4 and 70. Heads over to first base with 2 outs. Trying to give his team an opportunity here. And that brings up 0-0 the extra hitter, Dalton Todd. First pitch in for strike 1. The 0-1 outside. Count even at 1-1. Shout out to Team Tennessee from Charlie Mitchell. Or to Charlie Mitchell from J-Dog and Kate and Big M. And this one is inside. Count now. Hitters count at 2-1 for Todd. The 2-1. Low, count now at 3-1. And now Tennessee coach is going to come out and talk things over with his pitcher, Mitchell. We may be getting close to a pitch count number. That might be the reason why the coach is coming out here to talk things over with him. And that gives us a chance to fix the camera. That foul ball went over and knocked us loose a little bit, so I'll be back in just a second. Looks a lot better. As Todd steps back in with a 3-1 count. Charlie Mitchell looking to work his way back in this and get out of this half inning. Pitch swung on and chopped to third base. Reed fields and fires for out number 3, and the side is retired. Not much doing there. For Florida, they do get a runner on base, but couldn't push him across. And after 3, your score, Tennessee 4, Florida 0. And that's 48 pitches now for Mitchell. So he's getting in the 36-hour range. So I imagine he won't be out there too much longer. It gives me a chance to catch up on some of these shout-outs as well. Keep them coming, guys. There's a shout-out to Elijah. Let's go, Elijah and Todd Sharif from Team Tennessee. A shout-out from Robert and Lori. Go Tate and Carson on Team Tennessee from your cousins Jack and Eli. Keep working hard, Team Tennessee from Joy, Macy, and Amaya. Shout out to Team Tennessee and Charlie Mitchell from J-Dog, Kate, and Big M. Go Trevor Carter from your neighbors, the Fords in Sebring. Let's go Will and Team Tennessee from the Summers crew. Way to go, Carson, from the Loves in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So still, the long-distance shout-out coming from Michigan today. If you are listening from farther than Michigan, if you're tuning into the broadcast here on JockJive, let us know so that we can find out and let our listeners and viewers know. And the first pitch from Lusby to Mitchell. Swung and a miss for strike one. The 0-1. Fouled into the backstop. 0-2 now. The 0-2. Downstairs. Count now 1-2. And the 1-2 on the outside corner, called strike three. And there's now one away for Tennessee. As the fourth strikeout of the day for Lusby, who's really starting to find his groove on the mound. His coach is going to come out and talk to him, I imagine, about pitch count and see what he's thinking about the next couple days, because there's a lot on the line. This is an elimination game, so winner stays. It's a big decision of how many pitches you want your guy to throw, because if you get too much, then he's pretty much out for the rest of the week. And if they were to move on, I'm sure they would want him back in the lineup. First pitch from Lusby to the new batter, second baseman Ryan Buckner. It's across the plate for strike one. The 0-1 downstairs. Count now even at 1-1. The 1-1 on the outside half. Count now 1-2. The 1-2 foul back into the backstop. Count stays at 1-2. One-two pitch to Buckner. Low, count now even at 2-2. Big pitch right here for Donovan Lusby, the 2-2. Break-even pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three, back-to-back strikeouts. Now for Lusby, who seems to have found his groove. And that makes it two away here in the bottom of the fourth for Tennessee. Tennessee up 4-0 here after a 3-run jack in the top of the first, and then a run that they tacked on in the top of the second. And now up for Tennessee is the catcher, Will Summers. Summers earlier in the day struck out swinging in the top of the second. Looking for something different here. The pitch from Lusby. Outside, count now 3-0. And Lusby looks as he's starting to fatigue a little bit on the mound. Might be about time for a change if you're Florida. 3-0 pitch. Inside, and Summers is going to trot over to first base. With a pair of outs, that brings up the top of the lineup in KJ Wood. Wood's had a pretty good day so far. He reached on an error by the center fielder in the top of the first, and then the top of the second, a single. He scored his first time up. Now he's looking for a little bit of a two-out rally here for Tennessee. First pitch outside. Wood looks over at his third base coach, gets a signal and steps back in. Got a shout out to number 11 on Team Florida. We're going to keep those shout outs coming to the number above the scoreboard. This one popped up high into center field, and Welch camps out underneath it, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Tennessee there. They do get a runner on first, but can't push him across. And we'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. Tennessee still leading 4-0. You're watching JockJive Sports live from Lumberton, North Carolina.
Number 35, Donovan Lusby has 73 pitches. 7-3. Going into the bottom of the fourth, Tennessee still has the lead, 4-0.
Go to second and get to the first.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Welcome back to Lumberton, North Carolina. Dixie Youth World Series elimination game here in the Ozone League between Florida and Tennessee. Tennessee leading 4-0. First batter here in the bottom of the fourth for Florida is the number 12 hitter and first baseman Austin Joyner. Pitches inside. Count now 2-1 to Joyner. Florida looking to get something rolling here as we start to get later in this game. This pitch swung on and missed. Count now even at 2-2. The break-even pitch from Mitchell on the outside corner, called strike 3. Good pitch there
Back to the top of the lineup, Florida, number
from the right-hander. This is 4th strikeout of the game, and that brings up the top of the order for Florida and the shortstop, Ben Bakar. The shout-out says, keep battling, Tennessee. You can do it. From Ganny, Mack, and Mai. And a bunt here from Bicker, and he gets in safely at first. Some issues there. That's a difficult ball to field right there with the runner coming right at you. Difficult play, bunted about perfectly down the first base line, and Bickar gets in safely. Score that one, a single for Florida. So now up to bat for Florida, the number 2 hitter and catcher, Clayton Evans. Pitch swung on and hit right back into the backstop. The 1 out, runner on first for Florida. Shout out for Clayton. Let's see a home run, Clayton, from the 863. This pitch is low to get back to the backstop, and Bickar be standing up into second base on the wild pitch. One the count to Evans. 2-1. 2-1 high. Count now 3-1. And 3-1's low, and Evans will trot over to first base with a walk. First base on balls surrendered today by Mitchell. And that brings up the third baseman, number 9, Rhett Vaughn. Vaughn had a single his first time up in the bottom of the first. And with a runner in scoring position, that almost certainly scored Bickar and put Florida on the board if he could replicate what he did earlier in the game. Coach Sharif going to come out and have a talk with his young pitcher as he starts to get pretty high in his pitch count. And try to settle him down and maintain him for a little bit longer. Vaughn steps into the batter's box for the big opportunity here with 1 out for this Florida team. This pitch chopped right back to the pitcher, goes off his mitt, and Vaughn is going to get into first base safely. It's thrown over his head. Bickar comes in to score, and Florida's on the board with runners in the corners and nobody out. That'll go down as single for Vaughn, and then a throwing error on the second baseman brings in the run. That brings up the extra hitter, George Sebring. The pitch from Mitchell. Fouled out of play. 0-1. Sebring's first time up, he grounded out to short, 6-3. Mitchell stares in at the catcher. And the pitch swung on, fouled out of play again. West gets the sign from the dugout and relays it out to his pitcher. Mitchell rocks and fires. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. But Vaughn does advance to second base, so now 2 outs. Pair runners in scoring position for Florida. Big opportunity here for the second baseman, Jaden Garrett. Garrett's going to call time. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw the quick guy right here, Garrett, try to lay down a bunt, get to first base, maybe even try to squeeze a runner at third. First pitch outside, ball 1. Don't forget to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. We stream all of Dixie Youth Baseball, as well as many other events throughout the year. Most youth sports, high school football in the fall, will also be on our YouTube channel, so you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. 2 outs, pair runners in scoring position. Garrett calls time. He's going to collect himself. As I said earlier in the broadcast, Mitchell likes to get in a rhythm, and once he starts going and throwing strikes, he can be deadly, but if you mess up a rhythm pitcher, things can go downhill fast. Garrett grounds to the shortstop, and Tidwell rocks and fires, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Florida. They do get a pair of runners in scoring position and a run on the board. So after 4 complete, your score: Tennessee 4 and Florida 1. You're listening to JockJive Sports live from Lumberton, North Carolina, in the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series.
Number 3, Charlie Mitchell has 66 pitches. 6-6.
Charlie Mitchell now with 66 pitches. That's the Tennessee pitcher. He's getting up in his pitch count. So now he's over the 65 mark and now will be on 48-hour rest. Coming this fall to JockJive.com, we're going to have SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, as well as Tuskegee football, ACCC game of the week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and so much more. Check us out often. We are JockJive Sports. Also, keep those shout-outs coming. We have one that says, "Go Team Tennessee" from the Loves in Kentucky. This one says, "Bring him in, Greggy Poo" from Danielle. It says, "Let's go, Sebring, get some hits." This one says, "Let's go, George, get a base hit" from Zach. This one from the 863 says, "Let's go, Rhett." Another one, "Hit it out of the park, Rhett," from the Fords. This one says, "Go, Trevor. Love, Grammy." That number is above the scoreboard if you want to get in on the broadcast. And if you can't read it, that's 864-436-3339. That's 864-436-3339. Now Tennessee back up here in the top of the 5th. And leading things off will be the right fielder, Adam Gordon. The first pitch is in for a strike. Same pitcher, Donovan Lusby, out there on the mound. Gordon pops one up to center field. Tracking is Welch, and he makes the grab from the grass. One away. And now up is the catcher, KK West. West is 1 for 2 today. Had a base hit in the 3rd and popped out to center in the 1st. First pitch to West. On the outside half for strike 1. The 0-1 from Lusby. Lined out of play. 0-2. Shout out says, "Go Team Tennessee" from the Daners. Another one says, "Go Chase" from Raleigh. This one says, as this ball is fouled out of play again, count still at 0-2. Shout out says, "Let's go Team Tennessee. Finish strong, boys," from the Thomas family. So it says, "All right, Benny Bickar, from your great-grandparents in Florida." Another one, "Way to go, Benny," from Esther and Earl Canton. This pitch is outside. Count now 1-2. Catcher's going to switch out baseballs here. The 1-2 pitch from Lusby. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Now 2 away for Tennessee, and that'll bring up Waylon Jackson, who had that home run back in the 1st and then walked in the 3rd. Solid performance on the mound today, though, from Lusby. That was his 6th strikeout here in the top of the 5th. And they're going to take an intentional pass there on Jackson and put him on first. Not a bad decision there after what we saw him do with the pitch that got a little up in the zone back in the 1st. And Tate Tidwell, the shortstop, will come up for Tennessee with a runner on first. And 2 away. And Tidwell hits one deep in the left field off the wall. The left fielder, 70, is going to come up. He's going to relay it to short. And Bickar is going to keep Jackson over at third base. Stand-up double there for Tate Tidwell. And now Tennessee has something cooking with 2 runners in scoring position. And a pair of outs. That'll bring up Elijah Shreve, the extra hitter. Pitches on the outside half for strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on in line to the shortstop, Garrett, who slides on a knee, makes a good play. And the side is retired. Great play there from Garrett to get over and record that final out. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. And Tennessee maintains a 4-1 lead on Florida. And Florida looking to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th before they head to the final inning. Play 6-inning games here in the Dixie Youth Ozone League. And Donovan Lusby, numbers are in. He's now at 86 pitches on the day. It looks like Tennessee's going to maintain pretty much the same lineup. Charlie Mitchell will trot back out. He's over 66 pitches, so he'll be on 48-hour rest, as will Lusby after this game. So we probably won't see either of them possibly for the rest of this tournament after this game on the mound. Fans, be sure to follow JockJive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at JockJive. And on Facebook, simply put JockJive Sports in your search engine. We're going to give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and so much more. Also, make sure to keep up with us on Twitter and Facebook. It's a great way to keep up with JockJive Sports. Also, if you want to download a game from this week's tournament, they're only $5 if you email info@jockjive.com. That's info@jockjive.com for more information. That's any game from this week for only $5. First pitch from Mitchell. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And the batter is the extra hitter, Brody Green. Green's first time up. Struck out swinging. The 0-1 from Mitchell, swing and a miss, strike 2. Mitchell stares in at West, gets his sign. Now set to deliver the 0-2. On the outside corner, strike 3.
Batting number 21, Jamari Welch.
And it didn't look like Green liked that one, but that was a pretty pitch on the outside corner there by Mitchell to record the first out of the inning. That's now 5 strikeouts on the day for Mitchell, who's having himself a solid day thus far on the mound. Just allowing 3 hits and a run today. Pitches outside. Jamari Welch, the center fielder, is the batter. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Mitchell looks in. Delivers the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Welch flew out to center his first time up. Back in the second. Shout out says, "Way to go, Tater," from the 615. Pitch is low, even at 2-2. Pitcher says, go Florida, number 470. Another go Tate from Nolan in Kentucky. Shoutout says, come on, Florida. There's no team better in a situation like this. Show them what you're made of, from Todd's big sister. This one fouled back. Count maintains at 2-2. Another shoutout says, go Chase 70 from Connor and Caden. So it says, let's get some runs in, Team Florida, from the 863. Says, crush it over, Brody, from Gabe Ford. Another shout-out, great hit from Tater Bug, from Mommy, G-Paw, and Uncle Justin. So shout-out for Charlie, you're doing awesome, from the Loves in Kentucky. As this one's outside, now we have a full count at 3-2. Welch has worked his way back into this one. Payoff pitch from Mitchell. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Mitchell. And that's now his 6th on the day. It seems like the more pitches he throws, the better he gets with some of his location. He's really doing a good job of keeping some of the Florida hitters off balance. And now we have a pitcher showdown as Donovan Lusby will come back up to the plate. Struck out his first time up back in the 3rd. Now he wants to get some 2-out action going. Good job by Mitchell to not get hit in the foot by the baseball as Lusby ropes one right back up center field and almost gets thrown out at first base. Good reaction on the man there from Mitchell.
Coming in to run, Chase.
And they're gonna have, we're gonna have a pinch runner. Chase 70 is gonna head over to first and run after Lusby was nearly thrown out on a ball hit to center field.
Trevor Carter.
So they're gonna give the pitcher a little bit of rest. And we also, now at the plate is the right fielder Trevor Carter. We're gonna have a little conference between Coach Sharif and Charlie Mitchell on the mound. See how his arm's doing and how he's doing after little quick reaction, the jump and tumble on the mound after that ball was hit right at his ankle. Also gives Carter a chance to talk it over with his coach before he steps back up to the plate in a critical situation with the runner here on first and a pair of outs in the bottom of the 5th. Big opportunity for the lefty, Trevor Carter. Mitchell looks back the runner. Stands on the mound, ready to deliver. First pitch, swung on a miss for strike 1. Carter was swinging for the fences on that one. Carter pops one up right in front of us. Foul. 0-2. And a lot of shout-outs for Trevor. This one says, you can do it, Trevor. From the 863. Another one says, nice shot, KJ. It says, let's go, Tennessee. Close this one out from AJ. Another one that says, keep it up, Team Tennessee. Finish strong. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Charlie Mitchell, the high pitch count, comes in and gets 3 strikeouts to strike out the side here in the bottom of the 5th, and we head to the final inning. Your score: Tennessee 4, Florida 1. You're listening to JockJive Sports live from the Dixie Youth World Series here in Lumberton, North Carolina. We'll be right back.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
He has, I just counted up. I'll count it up again, though, just to double. No, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Lumberton, North Carolina. Here in an elimination game in the Dixie Youth World Series between Tennessee and Florida. We head to the final inning with Tennessee leading 4-1 in a really well-pitched game for Mitchell and Lusby. And they're having a little duo here again as Charlie Mitchell steps up to the plate. And Lusby still on the mound for Team Florida. Mitchell, both times he's been at the plate, has struck out today as he fouled off the first pitch. Is now an 0-1 count. This pitched low, 1-1. Appreciate you guys from tuning in from all over the country here on JockJive Sports to listen to the coverage of the Dixie Youth World Series in the Ozone League. This pitch outside, 2-1 count. This pitch fouled off. Count even at 2-2. A lot of shout-outs coming in for Charlie Mitchell, talking about his pitching performance. 7 strikeouts on the day. Just seems to get better as he goes on. Good pitching today from the young guy. And this shout-out right here says, "Woohoo, Team Tennessee from the Loves in Kentucky." Lusby looks in, gets a sign from Evans, and delivers the break-even pitch. Just outside. That'll make the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch from Lusby. Outside. That'll be a walk. Second surrendered on the day by Lusby. And now it looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Number 35, Donovan Lusby. Leads the mound with 85 pitches.
There's 85 pitches on the day for Lusby. A solid day on the mound, a lot of production. Wish he could have got that last strikeout right there. But just an excellent job pitching. He didn't get rattled earlier in the day when he started and things could have got bad. But he settled back in. Didn't allow Tennessee to score after that second inning, and really has kept his team in the game. I mean, it's only a 3-run game as we're in now the last inning. And the new pitcher for Florida is going to be George Sebring, who has been batting as an extra hitter. And Team Florida hoping Sebring can keep Tennessee from extending that 4-1 lead. Give them a shot as they enter the final frame here in just a few outs. JockJive Sports Productions works events small and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to full-scale productions for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. That's info@jockjive.com for more information. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We stream all of Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel. And you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And the new batter for Tennessee is the second baseman, Ryan Buckner. Buckner had a single his first time up back in the second, and then in the fourth, struck out swinging. 1 for 2 on the day. He lays down a bunt to the third baseman, Vaughn, fields and fires for out number 1. Solid sacrifice bunt there for Buckner. So now 1 away and a runner on second for the left fielder, Will Summers. First pitch to Summers on the outside half for strike 1. Summers struck out swinging and then reached on a hit in the fourth, 1 for 2 on the day. The 0-1. Low, 1-1. Good pitch there from Sebring. Makes the count 1-2. Shout says, all right, George, we need 3 outs. So it says, finish strong, Tennessee, from Milan. Come on, Team Florida, from the Deans in Sebring, Florida. This pitch is outside, count now even at 2-2. The 2-2. Grounded to short. Garrett fields and fires for out number 2. So now there's a runner at third with 2 outs as we go back to the top of the lineup. For Tennessee and KJ Wood, who's had himself a great day at the plate. First pitch is in for strike 1. The 0-1 from Sebring. Chop to Garrett. Garrett scoops and fires over to first base. And the side is retired. Good job from Garrett over there at second base to record those 2 outs. And retire the side. So now as we head to the bottom half of the 6th, last chance for Florida. Down just 3 runs. And we'll see if Charlie Mitchell can finish it out for Team Tennessee here.
Number 64, George Sebring, has 8 pitches.
Great game from both teams. Neither team's gotten sloppy as we went through the day or flustered. Team Florida could have got flustered early after those 3 runs in the top of the first, and this thing could have got out of hand, but it didn't. They had a couple situations with runners in scoring position where they came back and retired the side to keep this game within reach. And now as we head to the bottom of the 6th, we could have some really interesting things happen at the end of this ball game because Florida was able to stay in it when it could have gotten out of hand. Mitchell getting his warm-up tosses in. It's been a pleasure to join you guys here on JockJive Sports, my first broadcast with JockJive.
Leading off for Florida in the bottom of the 6th inning, number 3, Ben Vicar.
Excited to be up here in Lumberton, North Carolina for my first Dixie Youth World Series as well. Dixie Youth has a really good reputation around the country for youth sports, run a quality organization, and obviously just from my first day being here, a very well-run tournament, very organized here as well. And the batter for Florida is Benny Bickar. The first pitch to Bickar is outside for ball 1. Bickar 1 for 2 on the day. And now they count 2-0 to Bickar. He had a base hit back in the fourth and went around to score, and also flew out to left field back in the first. Pitches downstairs for ball 3. 3-0 count to Bickar. And this one sneaks in the outside half for strike 1. And there's ball 4. And Benny Bickar heads over to first base. And that brings up the catcher, Clayton Evans. Evans walked back in the fourth, and in the first he flew out to right field. And we need a pitch count, so we're going to call up to the press box and check on that. They're interested to see how many Mitchell's thrown. And it looks like he said he's thrown 85 pitches out there. So he's on 48-hour rest, and they see the signs of fatigue, and the guy who's had a great day out there, only allowed 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 7, is going to come back to the dugout. That's Charlie Mitchell. An excellent day on the mound after throwing 85 pitches. And it really did seem like he got better as the day went on. Usually you see guys as they start to get tired, once they get past that 50 or 60 mark, you see a little bit of fatigue start to set in. But, I mean, Mitchell came in an inning where he had 65-plus pitches and struck out 3 guys. So, great outing from him today. And then we'll get some information here on the new pitcher for Tennessee. And it looks to be
On the mound for Tennessee, number 19, Elijah Sharif.
number 19, Elijah Sharif. So Sharif will come in and get some action on the mound. He was an extra hitter. He's been hitting in the lineup for Tennessee. He'll try to close this thing out with a runner on first and nobody out. Got a few shout-outs in. It says, "Come on, Florida, you can do it," from Tinley. Another one, "Okay, Tennessee, 3 up, 3 down," from Daisy. "Let's rally here, Florida," from the 863. "Let's get some runs, Team Florida," from 863. "Swing for the fences." Here's one from the 507. "Hit a dinger, Rhett," from Cam. Sebring, "Where them big sticks at? Bust them out." Your Florida Ozone brothers from Spring Hill. "Hold 'em, KK. Love, Risa." All right, here's Clayton Evans with a new pitcher, Shreve, on the mound. First pitch from Shreve. It's across the outside half for strike 1. Second pitch high, ball 1. Count even at 1-1. Shoutout says, "Let's go, Elijah. Strike him out," from the Danners. The 1-1. Fouled off. Count now 1-2. Another shoutout says, "Come on, Big E, close this thing," from Lebanon, Tennessee. Yeah, I did get a text that said it's not Lebanon. Somebody told me to say Lebanon. So I apologize for my mispronunciation. Lebanon, Tennessee. Now Shreve stares in. Now he steps back on the mound. Bickar, big threat for a stolen base over there at first. He advanced on a wild pitch before he scored from second back in the fourth. He scored from second on an infield error. It just shows you a little bit about his speed. The 1-2 fouled off. Good job defending the plate there by Evans. Shout out says rally caps on. Go Florida from the Travers family. Sharif stares in, gets a sign from West. Looks back to run it at first. Now tries to throw back over and check up on Mr. Bickar over there on first base. Called strike 3 on the outside half for out number 1. Now the batter, the third baseman, number 9, Rhett Vaughn. Vaughn's had a pretty good day. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Shout out said that's some good pitching from Charlie Mitchell today from Jay Swizzle. The throw down to try to get Bickar is over and into the outfield, so he'll get into second base with a stolen base. We do have a final from over on the AAA field, South Carolina, my home state. A 7-4 victory over Texas, and Texas will be eliminated from the AAA bracket. Oh, and the umpires call a conference, and Bickar at second is out because he slid head first into second base. So one of the Dixie League rules comes back to hurt the Florida team. And you hate to see something like that just because of the effort a kid's put in there. You know, he's not thinking about how he's sliding. He's just playing baseball. But now 2 away and nobody on for this Florida team, and they're down to their final out. A 1-1 count to Vaughn. Another final from the Ozone bracket in an elimination game. Alabama defeated North Carolina 8-1. And this ball from Vaughn hit deep into right field, and it's going to get out of here. Solid contact there from Vaughn. Gives Florida a little bit of life here and makes it now a 4-2 deficit. And with 2 outs, Florida has something cooking. Good stroke there from Vaughn. Now, as I was saying, in our bracket here for the Ozone, in an elimination game, Alabama defeated North Carolina 8-1, so North Carolina now eliminated, and the winner of this game is going to play Alabama on this same field tomorrow at 5:45. So Alabama and the winner of this contest are going to play. They're going to come out, talk things over with Sharif, make sure he doesn't get flustered with what just happened. And it is a real shame that Bickar was out at second, because if he didn't get called out for the head first slide, it'd be 4-3 with 1 out right now. It's a lot different situation you're looking at if that happens. But I mean, you got to play by the rules. It's in the rule book for a reason. It's for player safety and protection. And as much as if you're pulling for Florida, you would hate to see your player get called out there, you'd also hate to see somebody get injured sliding head first and hitting a cleat or something like that. 1-1 count. The new batter for Florida with 2 outs and nobody on is the extra hitter and the new pitcher for them, George Sebring. 2-1 count now to Sebring. Pitch to Sebring. Low and outside, 3-1. (3-1) in the dirt. Second walk issued by Sharif. First walk, rather, issued by Sharif. Now runner on first and 2 outs for the second baseman, Jaden Garrett. And he's going to have a talk with his coach over here. I'd bunt him. if I'm making the decision, I'd probably bunt Garrett here. He's a quick guy. If he bunts up the first base side or bunts toward the pitcher and makes him make a play, then it'd be really, really difficult to stop. A shout-out says, way to go, Rhett. Go, Rhett, from Cole. This one says, keep it going, George. Pitch from Sharif. On the outside corner for strike one. Garrett stands in, low pitch. Count even at 1-1. One high for ball two. Garrett stands back in. Now he's going to step out as Sharif steps off the mound. Big situation here with 2-1 count. Tying run at the plate for Florida. 2-1 is high and outside. 3-1. And the 3-1 is outside for ball four. So now, just like that, Brody Green is going to step in as the go-ahead run for Florida. And Coach Sharif is going to head out to talk things over with his pitcher. And now I'm interested to see what's happening. So Mitchell's back out on the mound. It looks like Sharif's day is done. So final line on Sharif. Sharif's line is not final yet, but the partial line on Sharif is 18 pitches, a pair of walks, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. He is responsible for the runner on first and second that he walked. And the new pitcher is going to be number 4, Carson Reed, who was playing third, and now to come over to play third is going to be the new third baseman is Tidwell, and Mitchell, who was the pitcher earlier, is now going to move over to shortstop. So a little bit of a shuffle there for Tennessee. Reed comes in off the bench, or comes in off third. Tidwell goes from short to third, and Mitchell comes from the bench and heads over to short. Now Carson Reed, a big opportunity here in a big-time situation as Green, who hasn't had the best of days, has a chance to redeem himself. I don't think anybody's going to remember the 2 strikeouts if he does something here to get his team back in this game. Sebring standing on second base. Garrett standing on first. And Green, 0 for 2 on the day, steps into the plate with possibly the biggest opportunity in his baseball career as the go-ahead run with 2 outs here in the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series elimination game. First pitch from Reed. On the outside corner for strike 1. Green fouls this one off. Now 0-2. Reed ahead in the count. This is right where Reed wants to be. And Welch, who's standing in the own deck circle, is trying to loosen up Green right here. Cutting up with him between pitches to keep him fresh. It's a good strategy there from his teammate. The 0-2 swung on, hit sky high, and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 swung on and chopped to third, and Tidwell makes the tag. And that's your ball game.
And that's ball game.
Tennessee
Tennessee wins 4-2 over
battles back from their first round loss. Now they're 2-0 in the losers bracket and moving on to play Alabama tomorrow at 5:45. Once again, final score, Tennessee 4 and Florida 2. As they line up to shake hands, and my player of the game, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind who the player of the game today is. It was Charlie Mitchell. He went out and played a great game, threw 85 pitches, only gave up 3 hits, walked a pair, and struck out 7, and that's the difference in the ball game. Florida went out and played a great game. They battled back with 2 outs to give themselves a chance, got the go-ahead run to the plate, and just fell short. So great game here today. Final score, Tennessee 4, Florida 2. They'll head on to face Alabama tomorrow at 5:45 in elimination contest. In Ozone, you've been listening to JockJive Sports live from Lumberton, North Carolina, and the Dixie Youth World Series. Now we're going to toss things over to the PA as they do the elimination ceremony here, and then we'll shut things down for a minute, and we'll come back here in just a little bit at 8 o'clock. Or we'll come back rather at 8 o'clock in a game in the winner's bracket between Virginia and Louisiana. On behalf of all the team here at JockJive, I'm Alex Dodd, and we'll see you later.
Tennessee to number 44, Waylon Jackson for a 2-run homer. Presenting the ball will be State Director Alan Reed, National Director Don Rudolph, National Director Richard Clark, and National Director Tony Brown. We would like to present the home run ball to number 9, Rhett Vaughn of Florida, a solo homer. Presenting this ball will be the National Director Don Morris, National Director Brian Cox, and National Director Sam Rudd. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? After this round of play, the champions from the state of Florida have ended their play in the Dixie Youth Ozone World Series here in Lumberton, North Carolina. Florida came to this tournament as a champion, and they will leave as a champion. We have enjoyed having them here this week in this tournament, and we ask that they go now to the outfield fence and bring back their state flag. Then line up back at the foul line to receive their tournament awards. While they are going to get their flag, will you join me and give them a great round of applause for their play here this week? Once again, let's give them a great round of applause for their play here this week. champions from Florida, as their names are called. Presenting the awards, National Director Don Morris, National Director Brian Cox, and National Director Sam Rudd. Number 3, Ben Bicar. Number 23, Clayton Evans. Number 9, Red Vaughn. Number 64, George Sebring. Jaden Garrett.
That chicken's pretty good, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. That barbecue's good too.
Yeah.
13, Brody Green.
I like that chicken better.
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina though, so I don't like vinegar barbecue.
Oh, right. Yeah. It had that tang.
That's what they do up here.
Yeah.
I mean,
21,
I don't have a
Jamari
problem with
Welch.
it. I don't hate it, but it's not my thing. You from Tennessee?
Yeah.
Where about in Tennessee?
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. Where's that?
It's right in between
35,
Knoxville and
Donovan
Chattanooga.
Lusby.
Okay,
60
my dad's
miles.
from Chattanooga.
Oh, really?
so-
Okay, I'm 60 miles from Chattanooga, down 75.
Okay, cool.
And I'm 40 miles from Knoxville.
Okay, I'm from Greenville,
Number 2,
South
Trevor
Carolina.
Carter.
Y'all done a good job today.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's my first time working with them.
Oh, yeah.
They must have had somebody drop out on them or something. I had a friend text me.
4, Chase
Say, hey,
70.
These people need you to do something. I was like, well, that's pretty far. They said, we'll pay your gas money, we'll pay you for the games, we'll pay you a hotel. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer.
Double
Yeah.
0, Dalton Top.
So I'm glad to be. This is my first time here. It's been great so far. I really love it.
Yeah,
Number 11, Austin
you go all
Joyner.
over. Yeah, they do everything.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
it's awesome.
Now, next year we're going to be in Ruston, Louisiana.
Really.
Yeah. And it's going to be
Coach
nice.
William
All
Sebring.
AstroTurf. You're going to be inside of a little box screened-in room. Where, like, the room's going to be like this. And just a scorekeeper. There'll be 4 of them and Jack whatever.
Yeah, that's
it's going to be
awesome.
right here. And it'll be
Coach
nice.
Colin Evans.
How long have they had the tournament here?
It goes through Thursday.
Or like how many? Is this their first year here? Or
Yeah.
Does they move every year?
Yeah, it moves every year. Yeah.
I didn't know because like
Coach Wes Vaughn.
we have the big league World Series is in Eastley, which is
Yeah.
in South Carolina, 15 minutes from Greenville.
Yeah.
And they Little League pretty much will pick somewhere and they're like, we're going to be here as long as we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the champions from the state of Florida another round of applause.
He was in
for their
Outfield,
play here this
Alabama
week.
last year.
We wish them a safe
And,
trip home and continued
Cleveland,
success in
Mississippi
athletics
before that.
and
Oh, wow.
in life.
So y'all move all around.
We're going to be going to Ruston, Louisiana next year. The year after that, we're going to Laurel, Mississippi.